afternoon, everybody. I think I figured out the pod and the bamboo grove why Spirit didn't want me to apply to hotels yet. I think I need to finish building my staircase first. I don't know if I talked about it back then, but when I was at the last store in Georgia, probably around November, December, I considered what I was doing career-wise, building a staircase. And it started with the website. And I didn't know why or how, but building a website for the Dragonfly Catalyst was going to be the foundational steps. And I didn't end up keeping the website, but I did use it as a jumping board for ideas. That's how we came to the point where we were making the tarot decks and learning Reiki eventually, and rounding out other areas. But I think in addition to going for public speaking eventually, I'm going to try and get life coach certified. I'm going to try and get nutrition and personal training certification as well. That way I will be able to do energy work, tarot, consultations, nutrition, and personal training all in one go. I will basically be able to freelance on an individual basis and help somebody in any area they might need it. Organizational skills couldn't hurt, right? So that is my plan, but in the interim, I think now that I've got all that sorted out, Seven of Wands, I got all my certifications for Reiki, even though I'm still learning. I've still got a bunch of books that I'm reading and documents to go through. I at least know the bare minimum amount of information in order to do the thing. So I'm actively offering that as a service and continuing to study while I move on to other things. But I think I'm going to apply at some gyms in my area. And that way I will have access to equipment and people that know what it's like to go through the nutrition and personal training process. I might be able to gather enough ambient information to get that going for myself. So that is my new plan. It was like inspiration struck today, and I'm just like all energy. Ace of Swords, breakthrough. You know how people talk about the slingshot, the ancient white oak, my poor little tree. People talk about the slingshot, how right before you accelerate forward rapidly, it feels like you're sliding backwards. And the last couple days, especially with my tree snapping like that, whether it was an animal or what, it felt like that. It felt like I was getting pulled back and sliding into old habits, and like, even though I wasn't, you know, aside from like not being on top of my diet, but I'm still on top of everything else, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I am on sugar right now, but everything else is still going good. I'm still off caffeine, I still don't vape, my plants are doing great, I'm consistent with my workouts. I gotta do another one tonight even though I'm sore, but you know what, I'm gonna do it. Like, I really haven't backslidden, but it feels like I had for a little bit there. And I don't know if it was like an insecurity thing, or I don't know what was going on yesterday in particular, but like, I was in my head, the star. But you know what, I came home from trivia last night and I fell asleep almost immediately. I was out before 11 and I stayed up, or stayed down through the entire night pretty much. And I woke up at like 7 and I dicked around for like an hour, and then I just started in on the resume. And it didn't feel right to do that up until now. It was like, it had to be this moment. It had to be these puzzle pieces aligning in order to form this picture for me to do that. But I got it. And the process was actually really kind of fun. I was updating my Etsy store for the Reiki service, right? So I was in ChatGPT, just like having it proofread my paragraphs and make sure it flowed nicely. And you know, I have ChatGPT go through a lot of my stuff just to make sure that the grammar's right and all that. So I was doing that, and then I took that same thread that had all of my information about the Reiki service and the tarot and my Etsy and all that, and I just like uploaded a clip of my resume, and I was like, hey, write me a new one. Like, I don't want to use this one anymore, just make it flow. And so I took the one that ChatGPT made, and I like gave it a couple like modifications for like probably 3 hours. You know, we were just going back and forth with ChatGPT, and then I came up with a final copy that I liked. and I had my sister proofread it, and we came up with like 4 new versions after that. So between ChatGPT and my sister, it took like 6-7 hours or something like that. I don't know, something crazy. It's what, 3-4 o'clock now? But we came up with a final version that's probably going to do the trick. So I'm very excited. I've got a bunch of listings open on my laptop, and I'm not going to fill them out today. The resume was the big project for the afternoon, but I am going to do that tomorrow. So I think I'm going to keep these. So tomorrow is going to be the big day for applications. But you know, I haven't been posting as much this week because I've been busy. I've been keeping busy doing responsible things, adulting. And I think it's okay to do that, you know, like staying present a little bit in each area of your life is okay. When that's all you need to do, just like focus on your priorities. And sometimes that means doing the bare minimum in one area, as long as you're not skipping things, not important things anyway. Learning to juggle is a big part of this process, I think. But speaking of, we've got these 6 of Pentacles, we've got the 2 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ancient White Oak, the Moon, the Star, 5 of Cups, 7 of Swords, Divine Masculine, the Hermit, 6 of Wands, and the Depths, with the King of Swords. Immediately, right off the cuff, this is somebody making the decision to lower their guard, to be more giving with their energy. They don't want to be in that 7 of Wands energy. They're picking up new ideas, new plans for how to break through themselves, knowing that if they want to achieve the star energy, they can't keep it all under the surface. They have to bring it forward. They have to understand that they are protected and they are safe enough to be their full selves publicly. I think for me, that was a big realization because it came time to put on the application what I've been doing since I got fired in January. And I realized that instead of explaining that I got fired and I haven't been doing anything, that I have been doing things, you know? I built that website and I made my own tarot deck, and I've been focusing on me and my family, and I got certified in Reiki, and I'm learning about guns and driving and getting back on the road. You know, there is not a short list of things I've been doing. So I put all of the positives, you know? I took the opportunity to take a break and spend that time with my family and rounding out areas in my life that I needed to. So I don't think, I'm considering it like it was a startup period, you know? I took some time to get my foundation set, and that's what I'm going to tell them. I took some time to work on me. It's not a lapse in job, it was a setting up of a foundation so that I can pursue my passions. Divine Feminine. So then we've got these 5 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the Divine Masculine, the Hermit, the 6 of Wands, and the Depths. I think that whatever lesson, unconditional love, was supposed to be learned here by the masculine was learned. They were deceptive in regards to their feelings, their emotions, and they experienced loss as a result. When you play games, what is it they say? Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. Well, that's where the masculines are at, it seems. But they are learning from this. They're in deep introspection, and they're coming out victorious. They've got the Depths and the Hermit. That's not Hermit mode. That's Dark Night of the fucking soul. Like, the Depths is already Hermit mode on steroids, and combine that with the Hermit, and you've got somebody like re-examining every part of their existence, their life, how they operate, everything. Their own truth, their own mind. But they came out on top here with the 6 of Wands, and they did it relatively quickly. It looks like he went into King of Swords mode. And we don't know which queen the feminine is leaning into right now. It seems like she's showing up as the Star. But the masculine is showing up as the King of Swords. And they are both demonstrating unconditional love here. The 9 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles, though, lead me to believe that there's a desire to reconnect quickly. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, that is what we were reading, isn't it? but they're not in alignment right now. Twin flame. They're close. They're working on it, but not yet. Thanks for watching.